Double A Does Reviews, back at you with my favorite pickup of 2020 so far. My favorite release of 2020 so far. Did a lot to get them. Happy to have them. Let's get to it. Let me stop cutting up. Bam. No further ado. You know what time it is. You see what's going on. You feel it. Just. Did it. Got him. Own him. Check those off the box. Check those off the list. Got him. Own him. Without further ado, you see him. Just when your favorite artist, your favorite brand, and your favorite department of that brand come together, I had to do it. I had to pay the exorbitant fee, and I actually got a deal. The kid actually gave them to me for $250 less than market value because he needed to get rid of them. I think he was a high school kid. He probably had some bills to pay, or he mentioned that his phone bill was. Listen, that's his business, but gave them to me for a deal, and they are the real deal. I mean, I've got the receipt from the original skate shop. Like, I mean, these are the real deal. Galactic G, shout out to you, Orlando, Florida. I mean, it's even still got like the shop's launch tag on there. That's where the raffle ticket was on the winning box. 11.5. You see what's going on in the box. It's just so pretty too. Ooh. Yes, beautiful. I'm happy. What can I say? I love it. And I probably won't wear them for years. Not a lot. I could even say. The details, crazy. Leather embossed. Okay? You see it. Hold on. Let me help you with the light. Let me help you understand what's going on here. See those embossed details? That says Cactus Jack in Russian, I think? Just, come on. The materials on the tongue. You see that brush in different colors? Come on. The laces, toe box with the tearaway material. Your flannel, bonus laces, paisley, light pink swoosh. I mean, like, the details are crazy. Normally, SB Dunk Lows retail for $100. These retail for $150 just because of all the extra materials, craftsmanship that had to go into it. Fire. Went, met a young kid at a police station, because that's the safe way to do things. Met him. I just got back. Just got home. We swapped at the police station. Everything was legit. I actually FaceTimed him last night. He showed me the shoes. Everything was good to go. I was convinced that it was a real deal. Hang on. Let me. Wait. Is this gonna become the Grail video, finally? Y'all been asking me for it? Maybe. Travis always has the dopest details. Normal Jordan box for reference is that one. You can see right there on my wife's shelf. Black and red. That's brown and red. We love it. With the pink tissue paper. You see the details. He don't skimp on the details. Mad extra laces. Just mad extra laces. He's on fire! He's up. Which one we like better? What we think? What we think? How we feel? These two, for my money, two best Travis Scott models. The 4s are crazy. I love 4s. But the 4s I actually want are still a sample at this point in time. No plans to release the like smoke gray ones, I don't think. And definitely no plans to release the purple ones. If either of those get dropped, both of these shoes and everything you see back here can go. Because those, purple's my favorite color. So it's just, there's nothing I probably wouldn't do for that shoe. So, enough sidetrack. Let's make a Grail video, shall we? We already started. Why not? So boom. Grail of Grails. There's one of them right there. Travis Scott Jordan 1. Why not, man? Travis Scott Nike SB Dunk Low. Crazy. Insanity. The level of detail, there's maybe 10 SBs that have this level of detail going on. Let me rephrase that. 10 SBs that release generally. Because there's samples out there that are dumb detail. But I mean, this is kind of what SB does. Like they take what you think is quality and they level up on that thing. Grail of all grails. I mean, why not? Let's do it. If we're gonna do it. If we're gonna talk about rapper shoes, why not? Why not? Why not talk about rapper shoes? Let me get the bag out. Story time. 2012. Kanye and Nike collaborating, making magic, you know? He debuted these. I'll insert a pic. We'll talk about that red stain a little bit later. We'll talk about that shortly. I'll show you the other one. I think the other one's less stained. Yeah. There we go. That's a more appealing look. So he debuted these. The fit he had on was crazy. At first people were calling these the watermelons. But I didn't really dig the watermelon vibe. I mean, yes, it has red and green, but for me, watermelon, these are the second effort that he and Nike put out. I mean, the level of detail is stupid. Retailed for $245. About 4 seconds after it dropped, it was 10 times that. Snake scale print, ribbed heel on the back. Got your strap. Egyptian detailing under the strap. Nike announced them. Boutiques decided they were going to make it a little more difficult to obtain, which is fine, understandable. Sneaker politics in New Orleans. I was living in Florida at the time. Sneaker politics was the closest place getting them. Dre texted me. He's like, yo, politics is doing them for $600. And I'm Mr. Holier than thou. I'm like, I'll never pay above retail for a Nike shoe. I was an employee at the time, so I was like, you know, I should get a discount, blah, blah, blah. No. So he texted me again. He's like, are you sure? We're in line. We're camped out. No pair maximum. They're doing $600 a pair. I'm like, nah, that. Years and years go by. It's not until 2015 that I put my hands on a pair of Yeezy models. It was the 750 Yeezy Boost. Shout out Joey for helping me out with those via Packer shoes. So Joey helped me get the 750s from Packer. I rocked the 750s for a year, got rid of them, sold them to get the Nike Air Yeezy 1, the Blink colorway, the black and pink colorway, which is what these Air Max 95 IDs in that same color pattern. Got pretty lucky. I'll actually show you. Okay. You see, blinks. Why not? I have fun with that ID. Blink being short for black and pink. I ID'd those while I was like fiending for a pair of Nike Yeezys. So I traded 750s for the black and pink Yeezy 1. Traded black and pink Yeezy 1 for Jordan 4 Cause. the black and glow-in-the-dark pair at a SneakerCon show. That same SneakerCon show traded straight up for these bad boys. At the time, these were going for about 19. So were the Jordan 4 Cause. And I had never put my hands, even in person, on a pair of Yeezy 2s. And the seller was like, you know what? They're stained. I don't have an original box. But would you still do the trade? So I'm like, let me think about it. So I went all day at SneakerCon, and every time, like, you know, you make your laps at SneakerCon. Every time I passed his booth, he was like, what do you want to do, man? What do you want to do? So I'm like, let me think. And finally, I just went for it, man. If you didn't know, glow in the dark. And these share the same outsole tooling. I'll show you that. Nike Air Tech Challenge 2, the Yeezy 2. Boom. Andre Agassi, Kanye West. Same outsole, except for those glow in the dark. These are an all-time classic in their own right. Love these. More all-time grails. Let's see. We're gonna go back into the box one more time. These bad boys right here. Jordan 1, mid, patent leather. I wear size 11, 11 and a half. These are 12 and a half because every 9th grade kid, their parents buy shoes extra big so that they'll quote unquote fit in them. Yeah, my foot never grew past 11. So I was wearing an 11 in 9th grade. Haven't grown. My foot size hasn't grown since then. I've grown taller, but foot size hasn't changed. So this 12 and a half doesn't fit. They're not very wearable anymore though. You see the condition. But all-time grail. Begged my parents for these. Begged. Finally for Christmas, they surprised me with them. Good memories, man. Wore them to school. Extra long on the clown length, but you know what? That's okay. Wore them to school. Everybody was wearing the black and gold ones or the white and powder blue ones because Carmelo was a huge star at the time. Nah, not me. Not your boy. I wanted the OG. I wanted the Chicago colorway. Had to have it. Mom and dad came through. Still keep them to this day for that reason. Just think about it. 03, 02, everything was gaudy. Everything was too big. A couple icons here as well. Nike Zoom LeBron 2. Feel that? I do have the offsetting straps, but I liked the Nike font better than just a swoosh, so I had an older pair. These are both the same age. They've never retroed this shoe. But I had an older pair that my parents also bought me, ironically in a 12 and a half. Had an older pair. They bought me from the employee store in Memphis. I remember it like it was yesterday because they bought myself a pair and my 2 younger brothers a pair. And there's one picture that exists in my mom's photo album where all 3 of us are wearing. Crazy good memories. But yeah, so found another pair after I had destroyed my first pair. And I had to take them to a shoemaker. You can see some of that glue down in there. It's not a perfect job, but these were coming apart at the seams. The upper looked way better than mine, but the sole was coming off. So I had to take them to a shoemaker. I think I bought them on eBay for like $130 because the upper was in such good condition. Took them to a shoemaker. He glued them back together. So they're wearable now. I threw out the other ones. I donated the other ones rather. But I kept the straps. So got the 2 Nike straps on there. That's definitely an all-time grail for me. The first LeBrons that came out, I was in high school, same year as those Jordans I just showed you. But my parents weren't gonna give me 2 red, black, and white shoes in the same school year. That wasn't happening. So these came a year later. No, actually, I can't remember. They came like 8 months apart. 2 different school years though. So that's how I got away with the, because you know how we used to get down. 1 black pair, 1 white pair, that was that. LeBron 4, the only LeBron, well, actually not the only, the first LeBron to feature foam-posite material that Penny Hardaway is known for. And there's another LeBron 17. I'm on a LeBron wave right now. There's a LeBron 17. I'll insert a pic. That's inspired by this shoe. You see how long that looks? Just boat levels. That's inspired by this shoe that's coming out. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Absolutely gotta have it. These came from one of my good buddies in life, my buddy Tyler. Crazy story about these. So I just decided one day I was tired of not having them and I had to have them, right? So Get on Craigslist. I find a white pair, white and silver LeBron 4. I'll insert a pic so you can see that. Local meetup guy. Cool. Size 11. Too small. I need 11.5 in most basketball shoes. So a no-go. So I get on Craigslist. I lived in Florida at the time. So I literally went Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. I went state by state and looked at every single listing for sale. And I just optimized my search like for sale, shoe, LeBron. And just, y'all wanna know what state Tyler lives in? Where I ultimately found these? Wisconsin. I went through every single Craigslist listing, every state. And I went back as far as like a month back on each state. Wisconsin. That search literally took me like 6 weeks because I would just sit down at the computer and do it like 2 hours a day. Just searching. So get to Wisconsin. I think that's the last state in the alphabet. Am I mistaken? No, Wyoming is. I can't think of anything after Wyoming. Second to the last damn state. Find him. Tyler, shout out to you. Kind of shy at first. He's like, I don't know if I want to ship all the way to Florida. I'd rather just sell them locally. So I'm like, please, man, I've been searching. I give him my sob story. 2010, 2011. Had him ever since. Me and Tyler been buddies ever since. I was just texting Tyler actually not even an hour ago. So shout out to you. Love you, brother. Of course. Rest in peace. My brother Kobe. Original Kobe ones. Took the laces out so I could put them in my retro Kobe ones. But had a pair of LeBron 7. East Bay did a team bank pack. And I had a pair of the Syracuse ones. I'll insert a pic there. Traded them to a coworker for these original Kobe's. Super good trade, though now I'm without those Syracuse, and there's actually a Memphis pair. I'm from Memphis, so I need both of those. If you got a line on 11.5, LeBron 7, Team Bank, Syracuse, and or Memphis, let your boy know. Need that. Need both of them. Super special to me to have the original Kobe. So, of course, when Nike gave them the retro treatment, Protro, this is actually the shoe that I broke my ankle wearing, sadly. Came down for a rebound on another dude's ankle, and my ankle just went whoosh, just like that. It was done. 2 loud snaps and a bunch of nausea. When Nike retro the Kobe's, had to grab those, of course. Why not, right? And so I put my original Kobe 1 laces into the Kobe Protro, talking all-time grails. And I love the box too at the time. I think this came out around the time of the Kobe 8, Kobe 9, and the box they were doing for Kobe was just a lot of details. Kobe 3, Prelude pack. This is the Misery pair. Kind of looks like a painting a little bit. Called it Misery because this was the shoe he wore in 2008 when the Lakers lost to the Celtics in the finals. Bitter for me. But Nike created a beautiful shoe out of that. The storytelling on the Prelude pack was crazy. Each of them had a super, super relevant meaning, not just like some reach where it's like, oh, the Kyrie vision because he has court vision. Like, no, it was like real stories that happened to Kobe either in his life or in the game of basketball. Super crazy. So that's that. I mean, that's all the super holy grails that I own. Ones that I don't own would be chocolate Adidas Yeezy Boost 750. Those are crazy to me. I can't think of anything. I mean, Freddy Krueger Nike SBs, right? Like, look at these. The level of detail is just, it's dumb. But like I said, that's kind of what SB does. And that shoe, there's a whole backstory. New Line Cinema wanted some crazy amount for Nike to be able to produce the shoe with Freddie's likeness, yada yada. Typically companies that get like a shoe inspired by, they won't really care, they won't really fight it too much. But because the shoe had so many details reminiscent of Freddie, New Line Cinema wanted too much, and Nike was like, listen, we ain't doing that. But Nike. From SB heads everywhere. If you drop that shoe at retail, we would pay $500 for that shoe. So you could pay New Line Cinema their fee, just give us some little extras, maybe a little Todd Bertrude, Freddy Krueger SB dunk box. That would be crazy. You could charge $500 MSRP, and you could make 1 million of them, and you'd sell every one of them. Like, no questions asked. You can ask any SB head ever, would they pay $500 for a Freddy Krueger launch with a limited edition box? And they absolutely would, hands down. I can't think of anybody that wouldn't. Other than that, though, man, I mean, I've been lucky. I've owned a lot of shoes. I've owned more in my life than I have currently. I mean, if I could have those all back, my collection would just be, I wouldn't have a wife or kids. I'd just have shoes. That's it. Other than that, though, man, that's it. So that was the Grail video. Thanks for tuning in, as usual. Check you out on the next video. Peace.